Hello everyone and welcome to today's stream. It's Disco Elysium, we're back. We're back with more. I was just fiddling around with something, so I was a little unprepared to look at the camera. Yeah, let's get right into it. Yesterday we started looking into the drug trafficking case. I mean, technically we'd already been asking about it a whole lot, but the game only decided to recognize the fact that we had started the quest and we said we would investigate it. Kind of weird. First loading screen is always the worst. Yep. Mic is a bit further than it usually is from my mouth today, and I'm just wondering if the sound is good. I hope it is. I'm trying to look at my levels. What's up, Unkev? Nice to see you back in the stream again. How was your day going? I think... Okay, I'm a little quieter than usual, maybe. But it should be fine. I know, I kind of like seeing the mic in the frame, but I know some people don't like seeing the microphone on camera. But hey, that's just preference. Maybe this will look better in the VOD, and I'll decide to keep it. Anyway, let's, we need to find an experience point. I remember that. Yep, still need 1 experience point, and then we need to upgrade half light so we can unlock the check. I know, listen, some people really like going specialized in their RPG builds. They're like, I'm a mage, so I'm gonna put it all into, I'm speaking generally RPGs. I'm a mage, so I'm going to put everything into wisdom and intelligence and all that. I don't know, that depends on the actual RPG. I'm a berserker, so I'm going to put everything into physical. I'm very much just put it in what needs it. I'm that kind of guy. It's kind of like a generalist specialist mindset that I have. And that's basically what we're doing. Whenever there's a check that I feel like I want to do, I'm thinking, oh, I've got to put a point in that stat now. That's probably not the optimal way to play the game, but I don't care. Where can we get 1 experience point? I'm sure we'll find something. How's everyone's day going? Mine, well, that exam happened, I wrote it. Don't think I've ever cared less about writing an exam. Which is, I mean, I'm a very academic guy. Just throughout my life, I've been quite into academics, absorbed by it even, and yeah, no, it really felt like a chore. It wasn't hard or anything, but like, I haven't really been keeping up with the work throughout the year, and I was just kind of like, I just needed, it was open book as well, so I didn't feel bad just having the notes open and basically learning some stuff, maybe not for the first time, but definitely for the first time in a while. So looking at it being like, how can I just do this? Oh, I forgot to turn the game audio down a little bit. Let me just do that. That's a little bit, yep, that's about good. That seems good. I was just like, my goodness, I just need to write this test and get it over with. May I ask what you're studying? I study English and computer science. Weird combo, but that's what I study. So I have to do quite a few mathematical subjects, and I also do English. Yeah. That means I get the best of both worlds. Tedious work and writing essays. Isn't that great? I really don't care that much about maths. I do it out of necessity. I really enjoy computer science though, and programming and everything that happens in that field. So I tolerate it. At least for now. And I'm like, this year has been completely different to a normal first year of university would be. I am in first year. So I'm like, going into next year with expectations that are different to this year. It's just, I'm expecting something completely different. Why does the ground look so much different all of a sudden? It looks more colorful. Maybe it's just because this is a different monitor than I was playing on for a long time. So, yeah. Is there anything running in the background? I'm noticing that my CPU usage is higher than usual. I'm gonna check. No, it doesn't look like anything else is running in the background. Peculiar, peculiar. Hope that's not affecting the stream quality too much. You are the angriest man I know, Renee. It's nice. Single experience point, that's right. Let's go to the Revachol West. Yes, Revachol West. The coastline. Well, oh wait, maybe Roy has something new to say. That could also be worth checking. Hello. Walk. Thank you. Thank you. As to why I study English, I think I mentioned why I study computer science, because I find it interesting and I'm really into... It's weird, I'm into that like software technical side and I'm like, oh, that's so cool, programming. And then people talk to me about hardware and I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. Hardware is something I really just don't get, and maybe it's just because I don't care about it that much. Like, if it can do what I need it to do, then that's all I need it to do. I don't need a top-of-the-line graphics processor to play this game, for example, so I don't care about getting top-of-the-line stuff. Whoa, there's a lot of things that we could have selected there. Roy, let me talk to you.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Do you happen to have any guns like the ones carried by officers of the Citizens Militia? Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back. I actually don't find this that comfortable. I know I said I was going to try doing it like out of the frame, but I'm just so much more comfortable and used to having it close by so that I can get quieter and then just have everything work. And this isn't... Whoa! Okay, I'm back. This isn't the easiest mic stand to reorient. Okay, we're back. This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met him before. Oh god. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert. Wait, I sold you my gun? Was the buyer a policeman too? Please, please, please. She didn't seem like... Oh wait, what's his voice again? She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig. Yeah, I do enjoy reading in my free time. Thank you for asking. I enjoy reading, writing especially. Which, I enjoy writing a lot, but you need to read to write well. I don't think I read enough. I read more than average. A lot of fiction. But I still want to read more. And you know, it's just so easy these days to be like, I'm just gonna watch YouTube and I'll read some more later as I'm going to bed or something. And then you just watch YouTube until like 10 o'clock and you're like, I just kind of want to sleep now. Why am I sinking? That's awkward. But yeah, I promote reading a lot. Earlier on in my, actually how long ago was it? It was only a couple of months ago. I tried doing like a book club thing here on Twitch. It didn't really take off at all. Because I was trying to promote people reading. I didn't have a large enough audience to like get people to read. It was just like, oh, here's a stream I can't watch because I didn't read this or I haven't read this. Maybe if I get a large enough following, I'll try to bring it back just to be like, oh, this week read this book and we can talk about it on stream. Because I can finish a book a week pretty easily. Everyone can. Then I can bring maybe some interesting analysis to it if people enjoy, because I like analyzing books and literature. Otherwise, we can just have a jolly good time talking about it. I'd love a book club. I wish you were here a few months ago. What were the books that we did? We did A Study in Scarlet, which is the first Sherlock Holmes story. It's also the first Sherlock Holmes novel. We did The Time Machine by H.G. Wells, which is quite a seminal science fiction piece. And yeah, it's quite an important scientific piece. Well, it's not the first one, but it's an early one and it's quite important. And we also did the first Harry Potter book, because I read that for the first time this year. And then we were supposed to do The Hobbit, but that's when I cancelled it. because no one was reading anything. And also I didn't finish reading The Hobbit. I have finished reading The Hobbit now. I enjoyed it. But yeah. Maybe we'll bring it back. All of those ones are on my YouTube page, which is just Josh Ford. I think it's in my About page. Those stream VODs, they're not terribly interesting. I did put a lot of effort into like the first one. Second one I put quite a bit of effort into like getting some research together. Third one's kind of a mess. Doesn't really matter though, it was a live stream. Maybe I'll bring it back when I have like a good consistent audience that I can be like, oh, okay, read this book this week, and then people can be like, oh, I'll read this book this week, and they actually have the whole week to do that. But we'll see. She kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying. Right, so let me get this right. The lieutenant turns to you. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it. Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside. There's only one explanation. She must be one of my rabid fans. Or rabid fans. Maybe she's a vigilante, wants to prove she can do our jobs better than we can. I don't like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the citizen? I'm sorry, I sold my gun. There's an achievement for apologizing a lot. I wonder if I should go for it. Or if I should just play... Achievements are a weird thing in this game to have. Like... Oh, I guess it makes sense, but... One playthrough is like... 30 to 40 hours average. I've heard some playthroughs are like 80 hours with all the reading that you can do. And a lot of those achievements, it seems to me like you have to really kind of specialize to get them. So you're basically being asked, if you want to get the achievements, to play a lot of hours of this game in order to get those achievements. I don't know if you can get them all in one run. Maybe you can. But it seems kind of counterproductive because you want people in an RPG to do what they are comfortable with, like what's true to their own character or what they just want to play. Maybe they find escapism and they just want to, they're like, oh, I'm not strong in real life, so I want to be strong in the game. That type of thing. And so achievements, this is some just game design talk, which I like discussing as well. Achievements are a weird incentive for this type of game because it's almost like, yeah, we want to give you this freedom. But also if you don't choose to have this, but also if you're going to have that freedom, then you won't get any of the achievements, so tough luck. I was the ultimate sorry cop in my playthrough. It's impossible to do everything in one run. So yeah, exactly. You need to play through it a lot if you want the achievements. And I know achievement hunting is like a whole thing, but that's a bit insane. That's like reading quite a long book and then reading the same book again, slightly differently, maybe skipping some chapters and finding new ones. Just so that you can learn like 2 facts from the book. This is a bad analogy. I don't know. Like doing an entire course, I guess, just because you did badly on like one test, or like you couldn't do well in one test, and you're like, okay, I have to do well in that test. So I really nailed that thing, but you do the whole thing over again. Yeah, that's a slightly better analogy, I think. Yeah, so I just think that's a weird choice on their part to include that type of achievement. It would have been, I think, a better achievement system. I suppose I should mention, I don't like the concept of achievements at all. Seems pointless. I only like them if they unlock things in game. That's a nice one as well. That's I think that's a good way to go about it, because that's real incentive. I don't have a problem with achievements necessarily. It just depends on the game itself. Some games lend themselves well to achievements. Short games lend themselves well to achievements. Like Shovel Knight has an achievement system, and it's like, oh yeah, speedrun the game in under an hour and a half. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, no, if I'm actually into Shovel Knight and I care about getting the achievements, because it's just more Shovel Knight, that's why I care about getting the achievements, then I'll play through it again happily. I'll do that anyway. I'm not actually that big of a Shovel Knight fan, but that's one example. And also you get a bunch of music tracks throughout that, so you get a kind of combination system there. Not actually from the achievements, but finding the music tracks. So in this game, I think it would have been better if they chose to have achievements, if they really needed to, and they said about if you have a specific sort of Easter egg, almost like an encounter, a particular encounter, then maybe you can't get all of them in one playthrough. But, or maybe some of them are just more obscure if you're doing a specific build, a specific route, as it were. I don't know if this game has multiple endings or anything, but that seems better to me, because then that encourages exploration, not just time sinking, and not like locking yourself in when the whole point of an RPG is freedom. That's my 2 cents. Game design thoughts. Okay, so my problem with this little line here, this is why I'm just saying why I'm not going to pick it, because I went on this whole thing saying, should I just go for sorry because I'm doing a sorry cop achievement? And the answer is I'm not going to do it just because I'm doing a sorry cop achievement. I actually like it the most here, because if it says commit a crime, that's bad, and blame it on the citizens militia. Well, no, you could have just stopped at commit a crime. Then I would have agreed with you. But here, let's go. That was a lot of talking and not a lot of game playing. Let's get back to the game. He says, yeah, it's not good. I do hope we manage to clean this mess up somehow, while also keeping our focus on the murder investigation. This mess, he means your mess. Any idea where I can find this buyer? How does he speak again? My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went. Something like that. A needle in a haystack. There's nothing you can do about it right now. You'll just have to hope Everett wasn't lying and the Union can track her down in time. Oh yeah, we have a meeting with her, I remember now. We have a meeting, so we don't have to worry about that. Wait, I sold you my gun. You, with Kim here too? That just sounded really, really bad. You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. He hesitates. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revshore Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions, the unhealthy kind. He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you. I feel like there's something you're not telling me. He looks away. You weren't quite yourself, officer. What was I like? What are you like? You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life, and that you can't trust yourself with it tonight, and you need the money. And I said that I don't normally buy firearms. You put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it. Then I agreed to take it in. But how much did I sell the gun for? Happens to the best of us, I guess. I really should have killed myself. Ooh, wow. I'm so sorry you had to see me in that state. We don't have to talk about it any further. Another apology. Wait, how much did I sell the gun for? 15 real. That's not even a night. The lieutenant looks from you to Roy and then back to you. It's clear that he hopes this tableau might still turn out to be a bad dream. It's not, though. This has got to be the most... Wow. Yeah, 15 real. There's pity there, too, in case you didn't notice. Happens to the best of us, I guess. I really should have killed myself. I'm so sorry you had to see me in that state. We don't have to talk about it any further. Say nothing. Let's just say nothing. The lights swirl in his face and glasses. He doesn't know what to say either. Well, either. I usually say either. Why do I say either there? Have people from Everett Clear's Union come here to track that gun? Maybe. Shady looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip, but you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things. Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun. The lieutenant's eyebrows raised slightly. People as Allegianous as Everett seem like they're lying even when they're really being truthful. Allegianous or Leganus? Let me look this up. Sounds like a good word. Wow, I was off. Oleaginous. Rich in, covered with or producing oil. Oily. Exaggeratedly and distastefully complimentary. Auspicious. Auspicious? Auspicious. Was that oleaginous? Oleaginous. There we go. New word. Okay. I just figured out a way to remember the word. Don't mind me. At least now I know how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else. Hey, there we go. Gained 5 experience. Here to show you, I wanted to ask about my missing gun again. That's it. Okay, we can say half light up. Let's do that. We did it. Great. Now we can threaten that guy again. Threaten. I really hope we pass it this time. I have terrible luck. I don't know if anyone's been keeping up with the stream, they can track my really unlucky rolls and my mistimed lucky rolls as well. There was one roll I made. It was insane. It was like 2%. And I did it. And then it said I had the wrong equipment to do it anyway. So it didn't matter. That's my luck. I'm so unlucky that when I'm lucky, it doesn't matter. It's insane. I don't know how it happens. Yeah, I think we already have the threatening gloves on. Yeah, we do. Yeah, so let's just go right in. Only 58%. My goodness, that's not good odds. Oh yeah, this is just going to tell us that the things are open again. Oh yeah, I'm waiting for the night to do this because we get a bonus. Okay, let me do something quickly. Looking for something. I'm not gonna save scum. I'm just setting it up in case.
Looking for something?
Just, I really don't want to save scum. And if I get it wrong, I probably won't. But we'll see. I know that sounds completely empty. I don't know what I'm doing. I just want to hedge my bets. So failure. See, now I have to get another point into Half-Light. Failing the last time was so demoralizing and puzzling that you just can't work up the rage anymore. I wonder if there's anything I can do to, like, get the edge on him. Maybe Mañana has something to tell me. Call me Mañana. Sorry, I didn't say his full name.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Good talking to you, got on. Okay, I didn't think it's gonna... No, let's try this really low thing for like no reason. Yep, didn't think so. Your mind can only conjure up hunk handy. Wow. Bosco. You might want to decide to keep quiet about these. The name's done as Raphael Ambrosius Costo. Are you quite sure? Of course, it's such a cool name. Solemn, classic, classy, historical, almost regal. Well, better than the other names I can come with at least. Hold on, man. Keep it slow and steady. Don't succumb to fate. It can take time to come up with a really good one. Fine, perhaps I'll try again later. It's no rush. Ah, okay. Are there any other lorry drivers we can talk to that maybe will give us a hint? Maybe if we talk to the pale driver again, where is she? Yes? Snap her fingers in front of her face.
What
Huh?
is it? What do you want?
What do you want? Or are you the lady driver? Let's ask. Did you just call me a lady, Kurefe? I think that's how he said it last time. He clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it well, aren't you? I was told of a woman driver. You're the only woman here. I'm not that either, Kurefe. I think. Her smile dissipates. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul. So you're not the driver everyone is terrified of. Oh, we got 5 experience just doing that. Crazy. I'm only terrifying to small children and to those who used to know me. Yeah, it's not her, believe me. Why are you scary to the people who used to know you? Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was. You said long haul, that's the big ones, the tracts. There's no women and men there. It's all just, she hums along as if to a track on repeat. In the middle of this town there's a ghostly motorway. It takes all the people where they want to stay. In the background, a quiet song seeps from her cabin into the air. You don't hear any vocals. Then who is the female driver I was told of? How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other camioneers? Words. Sniffing around when I have my movies to go to. That's all I needed to know, thanks. Oh, Sim. The woman stares at you, her mind elsewhere now on other matters. Something in her is pulling towards some unknown rest state. She twitches like a sleep kick. Before I came, you seemed away. She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things. So he doesn't think she's the lady driver. You hear that, lawman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me. I really can't get the accent right. Should you drive a lorry if you get like that? The routes you drive are unusual, aren't they? Some of them are like home to me now. She nods. I would say the routes I drive are usual to me. What routes? Lomonosov's land, Udachnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain. She nods and closes her eyes again, letting her mind submerge. The Transkatla Magistral, U41A, as Estrades du Mirador, sorry. All the good ones. The deep trenches where the bluebirds fly. She opens her eyes again and shudders. I'm something of an expert in blacking out. You should take better care of yourself. She looks you over and scoffs. You're right, lawman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously. Thank you for looking out for me. A correct appraisal. You're quite shabby. Is that all you woke me up to say? I think I know what's going on with you. And what is that? She sticks a filtered a cigarette into a cigarette holder and reaches for the light. You're a pail driver. You transport goods through the pail. Great, the lieutenant concedes with a head shake. He asked the Pines rep about the pail, and now he's talking to everyone else about it. Fine then, he sighs. Just try not to black out again, and don't contemplate. We don't have time for that. It's death, but for the universe? Oh, we're contemplating the living hell out of this. Oh, I'm contemplating, Kim. I'm drawing existential conclusions from this. Yeah, no, just for detective work. That's all I needed it for now. And all I needed it for. Now, sorry. Everything is related to the pail. My condition, the case, everything. It's all anthroponetic. Existential conclusions. Exactly what I didn't want you to do. He sighs and turns to the woman. Ma'am, my partner wanted to know if you work in pail transport. No offense, but your partner, she lights the cigarette, a white and silver cloud of smoke disappears into her mouth. Seems like a bit of an idiot, she breathes out, the air tastes sweet. Republica, a filtered cigarette from Meske. Republica. That's not very healthy. Neither is pale transportation, she shrugs. Life is transitory. I blacked out after a night of heavy drinking, lost all memory of the world. I blacked out from sheer heartbreak and lost all memory of the world. I'm not an idiot. I'm a detective of the RCM. Don't say I'm an idiot. Let's just be honest. Like Gabriel Benguero in Perganta a Puera. She nods and smiles unkindly. You're the opposite of me then. I remember everything, even things I never knew. Things you never knew? The smell liquor on Gabriel's lips after the shoot. I think that smell of. In the motorpark. The roses on the day of Franco Negro's coronation. On the grand stairs of Rahel. I don't know. The smoke from the fowling piece when Dolores Day was shot. The look on your face like an orgasm. The wound in her chest. My hand in my father's hand. She closes her eyes, her eyelids trembling. Except I never had a father, and I never shot her innocence Dolores Day. Of radiation? Isn't that dangerous? Thought insertion? Dithering? The Grad Cutler Magistral? She savors the lungful. It's more than dangerous, it's sad. But at first I had to make a living. Now, when you've seen it all go away like that, rolling off like the sea, and then come back to this, she gestures at the square. The broken horse monument, the clanging of machines in the distance. What are we doing here? For thousands of years, Gabriel. It doesn't have to be like this. You can just give up and just become vapor. What does it look like, the Pale? What does it feel like? How do you pass through it? One last thing, you said we can just become vapor. What does it look like, the Pale? Like looking into the ocean at night in the dark, and you cannot see it, but you know it's there, and it's big, bigger than anything, bigger than all the other things combined. What does it feel like? Nothing, until it starts. When you're deep enough, then, for me, it's like autumn. I've never seen this conversation. Fascinating. Oh, yay, I'm demonstrating content. Dark grey and orange, the orange of streetlights and the color of trees and the electric light. It smells like autumn too. It smells terrible. This just reminded me of a book called Autumn by Ali Smith that I thoroughly enjoyed reading. There's a recommendation. Nostalgia, cooped up in the cabin shaking. Terrible nostalgia. For yourself, for humans. It's too much to bear. She loves it. How do you pass through it? In the belly of an airship behind steel windows, so you don't look straight into it. It's not advised to look into it. Not on this lorry then? No, the same one. A roller. They all are nowadays. Special wheels for connecting to the floor of the hold. She points to the machines clumped up like toys. One last thing, you said we can just become vapor? Yes. No elaboration. I would rather have what I have than what you have. I would rather have what you have than what I have. I feel I already have what you have in some way. Sure, I think we do. They say there is a point, one that I have not crossed, in the Pale Super Deep, if you stray too far off course on the U41A, or in Lomonosov's land, where every step you take is one step further from home, no matter the direction. It's a point you cannot come back from. Your mind becomes so radiant with the past. There's a flip. She flicks the ash from her cigarette. Instead of writing, it erases memory, nearing some kind of, she shakes her head, indescribable finale. Maybe you've been down the motorway south. She looks at her cigarette. It's almost out. She has swallowed it hungrily. Then at you, the motorway south. It's a story us long haursmen tell. Long haursmen, Grefe, not pale drivers. Way beyond the established pale that's lit by radio frequencies, where it goes silent. And dark. And the process begins. Erasure, kilometer by kilometer. In any direction. The motorway south is a road you cannot come back from. In the center of this town there's a ghostly motorway, she's saying. It takes all the people where they want to stay. They say I've been away on a kind of holiday, she replies silently. She replies silently? Huh? What? Huh? How do you reply silently? Like, what is at the end of the motorway south? No one knows what's at the end. He takes the cigarette out of the cigarette holder and extinguishes it. I've only glimpsed the beginning. Ooh. I've only felt it in the distance, when I was a child. She goes silent, her eyes close and her hands shake. A child rowing on the lake. Ma'am? Oh, Sayana. A sigh escapes her lips, then silence. She stares within herself. There's nothing more to do now. She's far away. She is receding in the clutches of some indescribable scattered emotion. A child descending. You've fried both your brains enough for today, detective. He inspects her. No response. Let's get some air. This one's far gone. He shakes his head silently as he turns to leave. Everyone's so silent in this conversation. Interesting, isn't it? That was fun. You don't have any space for another unlockable. How long does this one take? Ooh, this one takes a while to internalize. In my experience, those are the most rewarding. Let's read the problem. At the edge of the map, the landmass begins to disintegrate into pure trigonometry. The ocean melts, becoming a tangle of sines and cosines. The mountain range turns into a sharp-angled azimuth. Its green rain shadow dithers, like music turning into a waveform, and then vanishes. This is the end. a half-remembered textbook from your childhood, the porch collapsing on the edge of the Isla, a transition from reality to pale. A single vector shoots out like a rocket. It's the motorway south, splintering off from the known pale. To where? Where does it go? I really would like to internalize that one, but we need another skill point for that. In any case. Also, that was, for Unkev, I mean, you can look at all the thoughts I've already internalized there. Already read this, haven't I? Yeah. No cinematography for us tonight. Don't have to look at that. I definitely want to do longer streams, especially of this game and of some other stuff. I'm sure I'll figure out a way to do that for at least a little while once I finish writing exams, which will be next week. So, yeah, look forward to that. You don't have to stay for the whole time, obviously. And I upload everything to my YouTube channel. I'm a little bit behind, but I have them at least exported, so I just need to make them public instead of private. I just like making the little thumbnails and everything first. I just haven't had an opportunity to really do that. But it will eventually be up there. 100% guaranteed. And that's also where you can catch up on all the previous ones if you just want to see any decisions I made early on. It's purely optional content though. It's just if you want to be absolutely caught up on everything. I said some horrible things though. When I say horrible things, I mean I was just wrong about something blatantly. I thought the game was only 3 days long because there are 3 Revachol day themes, and I misunderstood that as there being 3 days when there's. I just put up 2 and said 3. When there are a maximum of 10 is what I've read. Okay. So now I can't save scum because I mean I can, but it wouldn't be worth doing because I've just had that whole long conversation and I've obtained this new thought. See, I'm not gonna cheat. I did save scum 1 check, and it was completely deserved in my opinion. I do not regret that one. 82% chance failed after I'd invested 5 points into perception. I think it was like 3, somewhere between 3 and 5. Ooh, the game is loading. Love to see it. Okay, for now, I think there's a bunch of stuff that we can look at on the Revachol West coastline, and that'll just get us some experience points. That'll push us towards being able to level up Half-Light if we need to, though I'm not too concerned with that right now, I guess. I mean, it is the name of the stream title, but let's be honest, that never really ends up being accurate. I need to stop exhaling so much when I laugh. That's my normal laugh, but it picks up really poorly on the mic. It's like I'm just breathing into it. Just I'm sure that sounded terrible as well. But yeah, it is so warm right now. It wasn't this warm earlier. I was drinking tea earlier. But suddenly it's just... Wasn't there a tipped over car nearby? What is that? So many questions I have. And then we go into the normal theme. I failed an 80+% at the very climax of the game and missed something wonderful. Even so, I'd say it's best not to save scum. Yeah, I agree. I'm pretty much against save scumming in general, because it's not an authentic experience. But I'd been investing just to get that one thing, and I'm glad I did. I really don't mind that I save scummed. It only took 1 reset as well, which just shows, man. But that was the only thing. I'd really built like my whole thing around just succeeding that. I'd progressed so much by putting points into that, and so I felt like I'd earned it. So, you know, yeah. A banged up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. It must be cold and lonely down there in the icy water. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading. This is where the tracks on the plaza were leading to. Oh, that's interesting. It appears to be so. The lieutenant has a peculiar look in his eyes as he inspects the wreckage. Let's investigate. I agree. Oh, he doesn't usually agree. The lieutenant replies, his eyes never leave the sunken vehicle. We should definitely investigate. Do you know this car? You get a sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water. Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea. Is it ours? Did we crash it? Or did we break down that thing and then crash this? Does Kim know that this is like standard for our precinct or something? Run your hand over the cold metal. The motor carriage is probably stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists. What is the make of this MC? Can I see a logo? The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by. Nice. How long has it been here? The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. He leans forward to peek into the cold water. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday. Ooh. The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening. Well, well, well. Looks like Jacob Irv's journey came to an abrupt end here. Irv? Maybe. Your mocking tone finds no response but the motion of the waves. Did you say something, Lieutenant? Yes, yes, Robertson. Crazy recklessness. Yet another case of the engine displacement triumphing over the driver's IQ. Enough gloating, this is serious. Who was Jacob Irv again, or Irva? I can't quite recall. I know the names come up because I've struggled with that name before, but if someone knows, that'd be nice. Yes, yes, Robertson, crazy recklessness. Yes, yes, crazy recklessness. The lieutenant glances at you. I'd say it has been here since last Saturday or Sunday. It's definitely ours. What should we? Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside. Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. The joyrider must have left something good inside. Guns, papers, maybe a cool jacket. A joyrider jacket? A joyrider jacket? You feel a strange connection to this joyrider. Maybe he's from some kind of joyrider's district and lights blue and white racing livery. Like a cop would. How long will it take for the low tide to come in? I don't know. An hour or two tops? This is our only option. But it's fine. As you sit, oh, this is nice. As you sit down in the in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. Ooh, we got a nice perception. I get a lot of perception checks. Wonder why. The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Whistle a tune. We can try. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Aha! 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 That's my best. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea. Hold on, it looks very blue. Point to the sunken vehicle. Let's try whistling a tune. Hit it. The tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness. Do I get to hear it? Yield morale. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance, then still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher pitched and slightly more melodic trill. I don't know, what song should I do? That was Autumn Leaves, or an interpretation of it. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Yeah, we read this. Two birds on a wire whistling by the seaside, looking at the water, and a sunken car. That's an artsy thought. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion. So was your dad also, you know, point to your eyes? Oh, blind. I thought it was going to be a racist remark. My bad. The tide sure... Maybe he'd also misinterpreted. The tide sure is taking a sweet time. Would you rather sit on an anthill for an hour or stand in a river of leeches? Let's ask about his dad, why not? I'm pretty sure I told you already, didn't I? My dad and mum are both half Sealite. Alright, no, I don't know... Oh, so you were talking about Sealite. I don't know who my mum or my dad was. I thought you were talking about his eyes! Clouds on the horizon grow darker and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass. All I'm saying is I'm surprised people's skin color varies so drastically. What a horrible tail end to a conversation. This is as bad as the you're black. Just an observation. Which we didn't have any option not to say earlier in the game. That was rough. If you have to side with either the strikers or the shipping company, who would you choose? Do you think I will ever find my gun? Man, this is taking a long time. Yeah, this is nice. Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place. But if someone puts a gun to your head, let's not be violent. I guess that's just your way of saying you'd side with the company. I understand you're saying you're siding with the union. I'm already a member of an independent organization. I guess that means the union. I understand you're saying you're siding with the union. Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 minutes pass. There's a lot of... I do have a bit of difficulty reading the room with this game, to be honest. So, maybe, hopefully I'm not getting it too... I guess you can't really get it wrong, because you're doing a personal experience of playing the game. But hopefully I'm just not being too offensive. Yeah, I mean... I've lost a lot of social, I suppose, aptitude. Just by being locked inside for like the last 6 months. I haven't interacted with a lot of people, so... Yeah, you're fine. Cool. Yeah, oh well. It's like making my way through a maze, man. Can you make out the marquee now? Squint your eyes and say, is that a number on the side? Proceed. Can you make out the marquee now? Detective, I've been able to make out the marquee ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Capri, Model 14. His eyes turn to you. It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government officers. He pauses to think. Firefighters, animal control people. You know, those kinds of people. Squint your eyes and say, is that a number on the side? Yes. 41. What do you think it stands for? It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. It's pedagogical. Does he know something about the driver of this vehicle? 41 is his rank in the underground street racing hierarchy. Rub your chin. Small fish, this one. Small fish. This must be Tommy 41, the morning host of FM 41. Let's not play dumb. We actually are kind of smart. I mean, we have a lot of points in intellect, so no need. Looks like the factory made a mistake and accidentally called this one Capri 41. Scoff, stupid factory. This one's really funny. I hate guessing. District something. A precinct. Something municipal. Rub your temples. You're getting a horrible headache. Oh god, no. I'm sorry, Harry. I'm so sorry. 41. Precinct 41. A massive pit opens up in your stomach and the most terrible feeling comes over you. You feel like you're about to faint and fall off the swing. Your hands get clammy and the air tastes sour to breathe. Oh god, Harry. Oh god, Harry. What did you do? No, just nope. Say no to this, Harry. No, no. Oh god, it's mine. I drove my car into the sea. I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you started in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal. There we go. Sorry. And then drove your vehicle in the sea right here. So wait, did we break the water lock as well? Maybe I was in pursuit of someone? How do we get it out? I can still fix it. They're not going to take me back after this, are they? Badge the gun, and now this? Things were going so well. We were just whistling merrily. This is true. I like this response. Maybe I was in pursuit of someone. Of whom? The lieutenant looks skeptical. I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk. Things were going so well. We were just whistling merrily. You can still whistle, the lieutenant says with a smile. Besides, the night is always darkest before dawn. Oh, he's finally warming up to us, I think. How do we get it out? Detective, he says almost gently. We don't. The rescue operation really isn't viable at this point. So it's just gonna be there like that? They're not gonna take me back after this, are they? People are more valuable than machines. He's trying to cheer you up now. Training a police officer is even more costly. People, yes, but not you. I can still fix it. The badge, the gun, and now this. Let's not have any more demoralizing thoughts. Well, at least I can see what's in there now. Quit when you've had enough of your own self-critique, I think. Hey, we got 10 experience. Yes, let's go take a look. Find the traffic hooligan. You can still whistle. I love that line. I also do. I really like that line. Go to your inventory and interact with the item by clicking the interact tab and then interact. We've already done that. Weird time for a tutorial. Okay, RCM badge. Dubois. RCM commander's jacket? That looks sick! Yeah, we can interact with that, but my goodness! This drip! Is that what the kids say? Is that what the kids say? United in black. Sharp eye. My goodness. A black uniform jacket with RCM signature, white rectangle on its right sleeve and backside. Letters inside the collar read LTN 2JFR. The jacket is of exceptional quality, other than some minor wear and tear. Okay, it looks terrible on us, but otherwise, this is a sleek jacket. I much prefer this one, though. But there's a time and place. I do like this one, though. We can also, for now, take off these gloves. I mean, there's no point. It doesn't really matter. I'm just worried about, like, random checks going off where we're violent or something. Let's interact with this. Technically, we did solve it. Oh my goodness, are we shaving in this? Technically, we did solve a drug case because, I mean, alcohol is a drug. I mean, you know, we were probably drunk. We were driving drunk. I mean, I'm definitely still being sincere with the title of the stream, 100%. Thick blue pieces of acrylic covering a thin leaf of paper with the officer's name and rank on it. Next to the writing, you see a man stare back at you, a younger version of you, already disintegrating inside, but still presentable on the outside. A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back. I found my badge. Check down your badge. At least something good came out of all of this. The lieutenant glances at the badge in your hands, studied the badge. Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and in the lower right corner, your precinct. Look at the photo. Name, Harrier Dubois. Harrier, that's long for Harry. So you are Harry, he thinks. Everett was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't. Strange, it doesn't say Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. Wait, what kind of name is Harrier? It's a wartime name. Revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times, like Undying, or Boxer, or Ironhide. So it's like Harrier. No, Harrier, I guess. It's meant to keep you safe. From bullets, hunger, shrapnel, kidnappings, and worse. But I don't want to be Harrier Dubois. Harrier Dubois it is then. Do we accept it? We have to make a choice here, and I feel like this one's kind of important, in a way. I kind of like who we've been. I suppose this part is all about reinvention, so I suppose I don't want to be Harrier Dubois. Why? It's a cool name. I like it. He shrugs. Besides, you're Harry anyway. No one's ever called Harrier. He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with you and detective when he's not. I didn't notice that. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information. Look at the photo. Oh, I click this again. Oh, we can do either. Cool. Look at the photo. The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that. But the badge is new. You used an old photo for a new badge. How old? 8, maybe 10 years? The guy in that picture is rather good looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns. I like the sideburns, dude. And he's winking. Why? Why do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it and a shining watermark. Rank. Lieutenant Double Freighter. 2 Freighter. What is a Lieutenant Double Freighter? The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant, and Double Freighter? The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. The lieutenant explains, you have declined twice, thus your Double Freighter declined. There are many I'm not reading this in his voice, sorry. There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's décomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect. And sometimes, he continues, they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank. In your case, lieutenant. Heavy duty case solving machine. What's a décomptage? Let's not say that. I thought my rank was drunk. Turn back to the document. I thought my rank was drunk. Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and he pauses to examine you. This leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary. Thanks, that gives me hope. I'm afraid there are no ex-alcoholics. That's not true. I don't want to get better, I want to get worse. Thanks, that gives me hope. Good, he says with a quick smile. What's a décomptage? Décomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol Citizens Militia. It means counting down down to twos. Yeah. The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system employed by the left during the revolution, which in turn was developed by last century experimental psychologists in the University of Königstein. World building. The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, and then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kinks. What kinks? Kinks like satellite officers and the additional Freighter rank I already explained. Ooh, that's interesting. So there must have been like a little switch there, or a boolean that said, have you already clicked the other one first? Or, so wow, that's a lot of programming. If all of the dialogue is that aware of all the other choices you've made, that's insane. No wonder the game is rather large for this type of game, I think. The long and short of it is, you're his superior. Wait, satellite officers? So you've been putting up with all my BS because I'm your superior. So you've been putting up with me because we're of the same rank. Yeah, let's just say this. No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you're doing good police work. That's nice. It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. He smiles encouragingly. Now we've even found your badge. He trusts you for now. Try not to spoil it. Turn back to the document. Such a small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic like a fly in amber. It reads, Serial, Jamrock 41. That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41 with some numbers thrown in there for good measure. The numbers are not there for good measure. They have an administrative purpose. One that's unfortunately been erased from your memory. Date of issue, 7th of November 50. 4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then. The pain in your chest tells you you were working yourself to death to earn that rank. You're pretty sure you weren't doing well, but better? Probably, yes. A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you, of that you are sure. I remember that time. The tie around your neck feels tight suddenly. That was a good time. We had a good work-drink balance going. What happened, man? Pump it up. Precinct 41? Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41, like mine says 57. The 57th is the mostly industrial harbor. A lot of asphalt. The 41st is... Stops. What? It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is. It's no wonder you're like you are, he thinks. But then again, a faint smile. It's a legendary district. And a hell of a station, too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdeyeva, Roberts, Urbach, Dimitri. These are names. Suddenly names from your decomptage flash in your forebrain. And you? Is it an honor to work with you? Don't ask him. Ask yourself. Okay, put the badge away. Cool. What opened up? This opened up, apparently. Ah! I mean, technically we're at the end of the stream. Or if there's anything else. I was looking for a reason to open that one again. Ah, so that's good. Should we report our badge as found? Is that part of this? No, it just says we found our badge, hey. Monday. Oh, no. Okay, it's just my phone that freaked out. I lost my remote. But yeah, that's basically where we're gonna end it today. Oh, there's more. Find your other shoe. In the pissing competition. Huh. I'm just looking for where we actually managed to find our badge. Can't find it. Oh well. Is it still here? No. Okay, well, and that's gonna be it for today. My controller's not gonna load, but that's fine. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was a nice, enriching experience of the game. We just flashed the menu there. Sorry. I didn't save scum. I think that was worth it. We didn't solve the drug case though. Oh well. That's the way it goes. I'll probably rename the stream something else in the VOD. But hey, I hope we had a good time. And yeah, this is where I'm going to end it. More of this tomorrow, or will it be Oberdin? I do think you can call in the badge. What's today? It's Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm scheduled to play Oberdin. So you can stick around for that if you want. I have been getting pretty good at it, putting the faces together. But otherwise, I understand the next Disco Elysium stream will be Sunday. So you can tune in for that if you just want more Disco Elysium. I kind of enjoy the Oberdin streams, but they really don't get a lot of traction. So I can't blame anyone for not really wanting to watch those. Pretty small game. Can get a little bit tedious to watch someone not put something together. But hey, there's also that in this game. I would recommend checking it out. It's a very cool game. Never managed to finish it. Might pop in tomorrow. Oh, well, I'll say hi if you do. I'll definitely welcome you. Yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you have a good day, and hopefully I see everyone tomorrow. I have to do this differently than I usually do, but goodbye.